Hi. Now, in this example, we're given that this figure here shows a flower bed and its shape is quarter of a circle of radius x meters with two equal rectangles attached to it along its radii. Each rectangle has a length equal to x meters and a width equal to y meters. And we're given that the area of the flower bed is 4 square meters, and what we've got to do is show that y equals 16 minus pi x squared, all divided by 8x, and then go on to show that the perimeter p meters of the flower bed is given by p equals 8 divided by x plus 2x. So if you haven't done this example already and want to give it a go, just give you a moment to pause the video. Okay, so let's see how you may have got on. Well, with part A, we've got that the area of the flower bed is 4 square meters. So all we've got to do is just form an equation that gives us the area of the flower bed and equate it to 4. So if we start off with the area of the rectangles, one rectangle is going to have an area of x times y, and you've got the same for the other rectangle. So you've got the area of two rectangles is going to be 2xy. And to this we need to add the area of quarter of a circle. Well, the area of a circle would be pi r squared. The radius is x, so the area of a circle would be pi x squared, and because it's quarter of a circle, we'll divide that by 4. And that's going to equal the total area, which is, we're told, 4 square meters. Now all I've got to do now is multiply each side by 4. So you've got 2xy times 4 is going to give me 8xy. This term, when you times it by 4, the 4's are going to cancel and you're just left with pi x squared. And if you times this side by 4, you get 16. Now it's just a question of subtracting pi x squared from both sides, so you're therefore left with 8xy equals 16 minus pi x squared. And if we now divide both sides by 8x, you end up with the result that we want. Y equals 16 minus pi x squared, and that's all divided by 8x. Okay, so that's part A. Now we just need to do part B. And for part B, we've got to show that the perimeter p meters then of the flower bed is given by this equation here. Well, to get the perimeter, all we need to do is sum the lengths around the outside of the shape. So let's take the width here of the rectangle y. You've got y here, you've got y there, you've got y there, and you've got another y there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4y. Okay, so we've got 4y. As far as the length of the rectangle goes, you've got an x there and you've got an x there. So you've got 2 x's. So to that we add 2x. And now we've got the arc of the quadrant here, the quarter of a circle. Well, the circumference of a circle is given by 2 pi r. The radius is x, so the circumference of a full circle would be 2 pi x, but we've got a quarter of a circle, so I'll just divide that by 4. And we can reduce this down to pi x over 2, half pi x. Okay, now what we've got to show has not got any y's in, so we need to make a substitution for y, and we've got that from here. If I call this equation 1, then I can just say sub 1 into the equation that we've got here. Let's just call this 2, okay? Sub 1 into equation 2. So if we do that, we therefore have that the perimeter p equals 4 multiplied by y, so we'll just mark that in as 16 minus pi x squared, then all divided by 8x, and then to this we add the 2x, and to this again we add pi x over 2. Now I can see that I can cancel here. This 4 will cancel into the 8 and give me a 2. So all I've got to do now is just divide 16 and the minus pi x squared by 2x. So you're going to have 16 over 2x, which cancels to 8 over x, the 2 going into the 16. And then for this term, you've got pi x squared over 2x. The x's cancel, and you're left with minus pi x over 2. And then you've got this term here, plus 2x, and you've got plus pi x over 2. And the pi x over 2 minus pi x over 2, well, they go to 0, so you're just left then with 8 over x plus 2x. And that's what we had to show. Alright?